Right, first episode of a new series on a new channel, no pressure. 3, 2, 1. So hello and welcome to the first episode of Rebuilding Newcastle United here on my brand new channel, Curb. So you may know me from the Curb Stomp City, the wrestling channel, and this is my new channel where I'll be playing, well, mainly at the minute, Football Manager. And we're going to start with Newcastle United, which is the team I support. And basically, when the game first came out, I started a Newcastle save, as I do every year. And I ended up getting sacked about 15 games in, because I wasn't getting promoted. And I was in the bottom half. So, because I'm a bit of a purist, I didn't want to start again as Newcastle until the final update of the game, and here we are on the January update, and let's go again. And I've already played some of the games. We are 7 games in already, and we are already top of the league, winning 6 and losing 1. And we're just going to go through the team and the tactics before we get into 2 games of the episode. So our first 2 signings were on loan, and we've signed Loftus-Cheek, who many of you will know. And he's from Chelsea, and he's signed on loan till the end of the season, as is James Wilson from Manchester United. And basically I wanted another strike option, and I didn't think Daryl Murphy was going to really cut it. So I wanted 4 good strikers. So now we've got James Wilson, we've got Mitrovic, we've got Dwight Gale, and we've got another striker in Gary Hooper, who was signed on the last day of the transfer window for 3.6 million, which is an absolute bargain, I think. And he's solid in this league. I've used him before in the Championship, and I know he can do the job. And another thing we needed to do with transfers is pack our midfield, because we're using a narrow diamond. I didn't think our centre midfield depth was good enough, so we've been adding to that with 4 signings, including Loftus-Cheek. But we're going to start with Gino Decker. And he's currently in the under 23s, and I don't think he's quite good enough yet. But he may develop. I've tried to loan him out, but nobody wanted him. But he's from Ajax. We signed him for under £1 million. And I think he's a bit of a steal. He could be one for the future. We're going to keep an eye on his development very closely. And then we got Bradley Johnson from Derby. And this one is just to add a bit of depth again to the midfield. And he's absolutely solid, and he knows the league well. And we got him for 4 million. And we owe another $500,000 if he gets 50 games for us, which may happen, it may not. We'll see. But yeah, he's absolutely solid. And he's also got Premier League experience as well. And he's not going to really add great quality to the midfield, but he's certainly there if we need him in terms of depth. And again, the same with Chris Cohen, literally the same reason, but this time just for the defensive midfield role. He knows the league, and he's good enough for the Championship. And he's there as a backup. He can play centre midfield, defensive midfield, and left back. And he's from Nottingham Forest. And finally, who seems to be our best signing so far for 1 million, which is an absolute steal from the transfer list. We have Dennis Aego, I think he's pronounced. He's absolutely been tearing it apart. We've been playing him at left back. He was signed originally as cover for the centre midfield, but we gave him his debut and he absolutely smashed it. He's been averaging 9.05 so far, which is just mental. That's with 2 games. So that's the transfers. So the tactics are your standard 4-4-2 narrow diamond. This is definitely my favourite formation, like on all games, football related, even FIFA. Basically, the idea is to have our fullbacks push forward and allow some width. So a lot of our goals do actually come from out wide. But yeah, and then just pack that centre in front of the goal and just try and score, basically. Our instructions are to retain possession with short passing and working the ball into the box. We drop slightly deeper to try and prevent counter-attacks. So we've got our defensive midfielder and our centre-backs sitting pretty deep, whilst the full-backs are still pushing into our half. And we're going to play on control for now. And we close down more as well. So we get the ball straight back as soon as we lose it. So our next game is against Wolves, who are third. And I wanted to show this game as it seems pretty important. And then we're going to be skipping ahead to Norwich. And we're going to show basically the top 3 clashes. In terms of results that we've had so far, we beat Fulham 2-0 with James Wilson getting his first competitive goal. And Daryl Murphy actually coming off the bench to get a late second. And Dwight Gale didn't play very well in this one, so I had to take him off. But yeah, that was that. And then our first home game of the season, we won 2-1 with Ayoze Perez and an own goal giving us the lead. And then we won a 1-0 at home again against Reading with James Wilson getting the goal this time. And then we had our first loss of the season. And at this time, with this win, Bristol City got level on points with us, and they were winning 2-0, which made them go ahead of us on goal difference. But luckily, we clawed one back through John Joe Shelvey, and he put us back into the top 2. And then we won in a cup game. This was just a fully rotated team, and we were trying out a wide formation, which we may go over in the future if we need to. But yeah, we won that one 3-0, which was pretty comfortable against the League 2 side. We beat Brighton 3-0 with Dwight Gale and Ayoze Perez both with goals and Shane Duffy with an own goal. And then we beat Derby convincingly 4-1 with James Wilson hat-trick, Jesus Gamez grabbing a late goal, which sealed it. And then in the last game against QPR, we had a Dennis Ago penalty. Gary Hooper scored on his debut. Ayoze Perez got 2 and Bradley Johnson got his first goal for the club. So yes, solid stuff. And we're going to start with Hooper again up front after a goal on his debut. We can't not really, since Gale hasn't been scoring. And we've got Wilson, as always, our top goal scorer, and absolutely solid as that poacher on the right hand side. And then in behind we've got Ayoze Perez as a trequartista. And then in the centre midfield we've got Diam on a box-to-box, Shelvey on advanced playmaker support, and then we've got Hayden behind them. We're going to start with Ago at left back, Anita at right back to provide that width for the midfield, and then Mbemba and captain Jamal Lascelles, who has our highest average rating so far in the league. And then in goal, we're going to go with Matt Sells over Carl Darlow. All that aside, a bit of a long intro, but we're going to go into 2 games straight away now. And for this series, we're going to be playing on 2D, and we already have a penalty. So good stuff. And who's going to take it? It looks like it's going to be Ago. I think he's number 8. So he should bury this. Come on, Dennis. And he saved it. Oh, no. Oh, that was our chance there. We could have gone in the lead. Looking at the stats, we're absolutely dominating it. 10 shots, 6 on target. They've got 2 shots, 1 on target. And after all that, we're in half time already. We've been dominating the game. I'm going to say we've been unlucky because it's true. We're going to bring on Dwight Gale. Just front. See if he can make an impact off the bench. So Sells gets it forward and then we clear it. And then Wilson in the box finds Ayoze Perez on the rebound. Get in. Solid goal. So you can see we actually get a lot of goals out wide. Anita providing that cover on the right hand side. Wilson with a cross deflected off the defender. Perez buries it past Ikim. Anita with a good tackle. And now forward to Wilson and he gets tackled, but Shelvey picks it up. Ayoze Perez to Dwight Gale. Gale's past the defender and what a finish. Dwight Gale with his second of the season and good assist from Ayoze Perez. In fact, a good team goal to win it back and suddenly score. And Anita with a free kick. Perez again shoots and it's saved onto the post and then cleared. And now Mbemba finds Shelvey to Anita out wide. Can he open that defence in the middle? Shelvey forward. Ayoze Perez to Dwight Gale. He should have scored that. Time's ticking by. A lot of highlights in this second half compared to the first half anyway. Wilson. Gale. Good goal. Good cross. Solid win. Well, that's it if we do win. Over second place Wolves. Which as you can see there. Perez winning the ball. So the front 3 really working together there to get that one. And we're going to try and change it up a little bit. Keep Wilson fresh. So we're going to take him off for Loftus-Cheek, and then we're going to drop Loftus-Cheek into the defensive midfield just to solidify things. And we're going to play him on deep line playmaker defend. We're going to give Bradley Johnson a game. We're going to rest Shelvey as well. So with 15 minutes to go, we're currently 6 points clear as it stands at the top of the table. And hopefully we can make that more. But Wolves pull one back. It's not over just yet. We've got 12 minutes to hold on to a 2-goal cushion. But Wayman with a cross into Edwards. And it's a good finish, to be fair to him. And Sells didn't even move. And they've got a corner now, putting pressure on us. And Wayman. And no, please. Good save. They've got it again. Wayman. No. I may have gone a bit too defensive here to invite the pressure onto us. We've got 10 seconds left though. So we should be alright, I think. I said that before, so who knows. But yeah, full time here. It's St James's Park. And I'm going to say well done. It was a good win. And Jose Perez was the man of the match. 2 assists and 1 goal. So he was involved in every single goal there. It's good to see from him. And I don't know how we didn't win by more, to be honest. We've got 30 shots, 20 on target. And possession was 56%. But yeah, we've gone to 6 points clear with Norwich having a game in hand. So we'll see how they got on. So as you can see, Nottingham Forest actually beat Norwich 1-0. So they've actually jumped up into second place. And they're 5 points behind us. So our lead has been decreased by 1 point. But still, we're ahead. So we're going to skip forward to the Norwich match now. So we're going to play Bournemouth and Villa off camera. So you joined me a bit sooner than expected. In the game against Bournemouth in the Cup, we've gone to penalties. So I thought we may as well show it. It ended 1-1. And Callum Wilson buries Bournemouth first. But yeah, our goal was actually Matt Ritchie against his former team, scoring a free kick, which was pretty decent. But yeah, it's 1-1 here. 2-1 to Bournemouth now. Now we've got our second penalty, so Anita's going to take that, and he's straight into the top corner. Good penalty. We've actually been trying a new tactic again in the Cup this time, and it's saved from Sells, by the way. And we've been playing wingers just to test that. Wilson scores, so we're 3-2 up. And here's me talking about what tactic I've been using. Come on, save that, and we've saved it, so we need to just score one more. And who's going to take Matt Ritchie against his former team? Get in. He's got 2 goals today. Come on. Our team is knackered, but luckily we rotated quite a bit. And Cup glory could be on the cards. We played quite well there against the Premier League side. It just comes down to luck of the draw, really. And speaking of luck of the draw, we've drew West Ham at home. I do think we can win that one. We could have done with a Championship side, but at least we've avoided Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham, Arsenal and Man City. So yeah. So as you saw, we beat Bournemouth in the Cup, but then we went on to lose to Aston Villa 1-0. And they've pushed themselves out of the relegation zone in that match. And now they've got up to 12th after their 10th game of the season. And we've got a game in hand now to the teams around us, with Wolves closing the gap to 2. So we really need to win here and beat Norwich. And a loss here would see us drop to second. We're going with the same team that beat Wolves anyway. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is our biggest game of the season. And not much happened in the first 10 minutes. And the time is just ticking by. But it looks like we've got the most of the possession with 63%. We're not doing much with it. Only 4 shots, half an hour in. Let's see if we can create something here. So Norwich just passing the ball around the midfield. And they've gone out wide to Ivan. And Naismith puts them in the lead. This isn't going to be as easy as I thought. We've dropped down to second, as you can see there. And Pritchard with the free kick straight away, 2-0. At home as well. Should not be happening. And it's their chance again, or is it? It is. Howson. Oh, it's going to be... Oh, I thought that was going to be a goal. And we're at half time. And where is the passion? What is going on? And we're going to bring Dwight Gale on for Gary Hooper. Let's see if he can make an impact off the bench once more. And we're also going to swap Perez for Matt Ritchie. He's not natural in this position, but it's going to have to do. And he's going to play as a shadow striker, so he's not actually half bad at that. Right, we're going to have to mix something up. So we're going to go attacking. We're going to higher the tempo. And we're going to push higher. And we're going to work the ball off. And we're going to go more direct. And we're 77 minutes in. Nothing's happening. Apart from their chance. And Naismith, Basong. And it's Sebastian Basong, former Newcastle player. Oh, no way. He couldn't write it. So we've gone from a big win to a big loss, and we're getting smashed by Norwich. And we're only 2 points clear of promotion as well, but it's the 90 minutes we're finally finished here at St James's Park, and we've had highs and lows in this episode, so I'm not happy with that, and I've told them so. And we've dropped to second, and I suppose priority is promotion. I don't really care about the championship title, but we need this top two, and the chasing pack are closing in, and literally a pack of wolves. We shall return for that game against West Ham, and I think we're going to do the Preston game. Preston are currently mid-table, so that should be a win. Hopefully we can show you another win. Our form suggests it might be going downhill, so make sure you tune in to the next episode to see what happens and to see where we are. And if you are enjoying the series, please hit the like button. It's going to help me out in this early stage, particularly with it being a first episode on a brand new channel. So if we aim for, let's see how many points we've got. We've got 21 points. Let's aim for 21 likes. So yeah, if you are enjoying it, please do that. I'd really appreciate it. And if we hit it before Monday, I'll release the next episode on Monday. So yeah, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more Football Manager and general gaming content, maybe, probably just Football Manager. But until next time, peace.